Hello, hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Congratulations on Lag Ja Gale. Your
Thank you
rendition is
so much.
absolutely beautiful. I love it.
Thank you so much. Thank
But
you. I'm
but
happy.
it's such an iconic song. I mean, what kind of pressures did you deal with while making the remake?
Yes, it's a lot of pressure because it's
Yeah,
sung by the legendary Lata ji that we all love and respect and we
of
look
course.
up to. And but I remember I went to the studio. It was a song that I used to sing because I loved it.
Oh,
From the moment I heard it, many years back, at the beginning of my of me being here in India,
yeah,
and I loved it so much. I said that one day I want to, be able to sing that song. So I sang. I've learned the sargams, the
yeah.
rags, and so that one day I will be able to sing it. So I used to sing it with my friends. I used to sing it with Palak Muchal as well. It was one of our favorite song. And
Yeah.
I don't know, one day Sajid
Hmm.
Nadiadwala heard me singing this so
Yeah.
many years back. And he said, one day I will use this song. And I guess that day has come. I've
It
never
was a
seen it happening, actually,
yeah.
but it happened. It happened.
Yeah.
And I'm really grateful and I'm very happy that I got this opportunity.
So it was
It
a
was very
manifestation
unexpected,
come true.
honestly, I'm telling you, because it was
Yeah.
last kind of a moment, and I just went to the studio. I guess in a way it was good because it was everything rushed. I didn't have
Mm.
time to think too much of it.
Mm.
You know, that was
Yeah.
good in a way. Otherwise, probably I would have been even more stressed.
Of course, of course. But as you said that you had to learn the sargams and everything. So how did a Romanian girl kind of take that and learn all the sargams and all the nuances of Indian classical singing? How easy or difficult was it?
I was initially I was like very curious about it. I
Mm.
wanted to learn because it talks about the culture as well, and I
Yeah,
wanted to
yeah.
learn more about the culture. And
Mm.
this was a very beautiful way of learning about the culture. So for me, it was a beautiful process because I was fascinated about India. I was fascinated about everything that I could discover here. So it was a beautiful process for me. Of course, not all the time was easy, but because I was curious and I wanted to learn
Yeah,
it, then
yeah,
I guess it was smoother because of that. Once your heart is involved there, then things are easier. So yeah,
yeah.
it's a will. It's the love for the music. It's the love for discovering the culture that you are now into. So yes, it was beautiful for me.
How long has it been for you in India?
At least 8 years. Before I used to like come and go. I used to be for a few
Okay.
months
Hmm.
here and then go back do my work because I kept some of the projects there. I used to
Hmm.
host Dancing with the Stars there in
Yeah.
Romania, and initially I had my own news journal. And first I gave up that,
Okay.
and then
Hmm.
slowly, I started getting that available time to be able to travel more because otherwise I was working every day, so I couldn't travel much. So
Okay.
yes,
What
so
made you
then
absolutely stay here, though? Like, what made you absolutely stay here? Like, choose India for your
the
career?
love for India. The love for India. I don't know, just life got me here. Honestly, I'm telling
Uh,
you, I was
uh,
I was very much happy and at the right place there because I was in the peak of my career. I was hosting the
okay.
best show in
Hmm.
Romania, the biggest channel in Romania. So my life was very much settled and sorted there, but I guess God has opened another door for me, and I had the courage or the craziness to be curious enough to see what is there. And then I started
Yeah.
coming here more often, and I started working here as well. I started exploring the music path more,
Hmm.
and I loved it. And I guess because the projects were keep on coming, and because I felt so good here, I felt like home.
Yeah. Yeah.
Slowly, slowly, I shifted, and here I am. This is my base. This is my home. You know. Yeah.
Yeah, but what kind of similarities or differences are there in the Romanian film industry or the industry for that matter with Bollywood? Like, do you have any like? Have you ever compared it in your mind? See, this is something very different I'm seeing here. Were there any cultural shocks? I mean, when you came to
Um,
Bollywood?
I feel people here are really, they live for the movies, you know?
Okay.
People who
Hmm.
are involved in this industry,
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
really read every day this, you know?
Hmm. Hmm.
I guess because in Romania, the movie industry is not as big as Bollywood, it's a
Hmm.
little bit different, right? And
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, it's normal to be like that. Um,
Hmm.
then
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess the competition is the same, right? The
Okay.
there is a kind of a, I don't know, fraternity here that I feel.
Okay. Hmm.
It happens in India, and people are working with friends. People are, you know, it's according to, I don't know. Um, what I love about India, this is one thing that I love about India. The
Okay.
community spirit is very strong.
Hmm.
You
Hmm.
know, I
Hmm.
feel here people are really backing up their dear ones. They are there. They are. It's a strong community. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
I really love that, and
Mm.
I think that somehow you can see it in the movie industry as well.
Mm. Yes, yes.
You know,
Very tight knit, you mean, like everybody together.
exactly. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
I feel
yeah.
that here.
Mm.
I feel it's very strong here, and I love
Mm.
that. You know,
Mm.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like your struggles are, of course, your own. You had to make it on your own, and that's amazing. Like more power to you. But how important was Salman Khan's support as well? Because to have a friend with you is also an amazing thing. Like to have a friend who's also
Of
rooting for
course,
you, cheering for you. How,
of
how was how
course.
was that? Yeah, like how was his
I
support?
think the emotional support is very important for everybody, you know,
Mm.
to have somebody
Mm.
who believes in your voice. And he was
Yeah,
one
yeah.
person who really believed in my voice and my
Okay.
talent and
Mm.
encouraged me to do this when I doubted myself or when I felt that, you know, because there were moments when,
Of
you
course.
know, I was not
Yeah.
received so well. But I understand. I mean, I was coming out of nowhere, you know, singing a
Mm.
Hindi song. But at the same time, I had those people who were really trusting me, who were really
Yeah.
believing in
Mm.
myself more than I did, you know,
Mm.
and that was
Mm.
so important for me. And
Okay.
I'm really grateful for that.
Yeah.
It's important to have that emotional support. It's
Mm.
important to have those people who are there for you, you know, no
Yeah.
matter
Yeah.
what.
Of
Yeah, I
course.
feel blessed.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah.
And
Of course. Yeah.
yeah, and of course, like that, my voice could be here. I had a platform to showcase my
Yeah.
talent.
Mm. Yeah.
Of course, when you're so visible,
Mm.
there are two sides, right?
Yeah.
So you
Of
have to
course.
deal with both of them. You have to deal with both of them. And yes, up there, you're yourself on the stage. There is nobody else. When you're on the stage, there is nobody
I
else
know.
than
Yeah.
you know? So you have to deal with that.
Yeah.
If you're good enough to last, then I guess that will happen. You know, in years and years of being here, of working, I I think it was a process when I started learning to trust this journey as well.
Oh. Mm.
Because I didn't know that I'm gonna make a career out of
Mm.
music. I had no idea that this will happen. It was step by step, and I thought it's gonna be only one project here and there, and it's just passion and love for
Yeah.
what I do. You know,
Mm.
I
Mm.
didn't have a target. I was not
Mm.
focused on a target. My
Yeah.
only focus was to learn music. You know, to
Mm.
learn, to explore, and to I think to discover myself more through
Yeah.
music
Yeah.
because it's a beautiful way of discovering yourself, you know, of
It is.
experimenting, of crossing the limits, you know, of pushing the barriers. Because when you go as a foreigner, you haven't learn to speak with those sounds. The
Yeah.
way your tongue rolls is different. You don't realize that till you try to speak in another language or to sing in another language.
Yeah.
There are
Yeah.
subtle nuances
Hmm.
that you have to get it right. And for me, when somebody tells me that, oh, I didn't realize it's a foreigner singing the song, for me that's the best compliment, because my struggle was there, to get the pronunciation right, so that people enjoy that song fully, completely.
Of course. Of
Yeah,
course.
and
Did
to
you take
give
like
that the
workshops?
feeling.
Did you take workshops for like, language workshops, for Lag Ja Gale or for your music career, in that sense?
There was a time when I worked for a movie,
Hmm.
when I studied a little bit
Yeah. Okay.
more intense.
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
otherwise, I think because I'm a musical person,
Yeah. Yeah.
my musical ear
Okay.
helped me in that,
Musical
with the
sense. Yeah. Yeah.
sounds.
Hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that contributed a lot to
Hmm.
my learning process.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, amazing. Also, you spoke about being a foreigner in this industry, but did you ever, face any prejudice from anyone in the industry? And of course, you don't have to take names. I mean, not like that, but
Of
like,
course, of
how
course.
did
I
you
mean, I mean,
overcome that? Yeah.
You know what? There are struggles and moments when I had many
Hmm.
moments when I went for certain castings that I didn't take it,
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, but I don't want to talk about that because
Hmm.
the journey is about that, about
Hmm.
trying, about falling, about not giving up, about coming
Yeah.
up
Yeah.
again. And it's everybody's journey,
Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
feel grateful for those moments because I've learned from those moments.
Hmm.
Maybe
Hmm.
at that
Yeah.
point in time I felt rejected, I felt that I'm not good enough, but I've learned something from that, from that
Yeah.
experience. And today I feel much more stronger. I feel I'm much more capable because I've gone through those
Hmm.
experiences,
Hmm.
So everything, is part of your learning process. So
Yeah.
I'm really happy. I'm very grateful that today I feel so much of acceptance from the Indian audience, which
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
now my audience.
Hmm. Hmm.
I really feel like home here, and that's because of the people around. That's because of when I go for the concerts and
Hmm.
people come to me and said, "Oh my God, I feel so good seeing you performing." That's the best feeling in the world because that's my
Hmm.
prayer. Before I go on the stage live,
Yeah.
I pray to God and I say, "Please make me give happiness to these people." For that particular time, I want those people
Yeah.
to feel happiness and joy. That's my mission in life.
Yeah. Yeah.
To bring
Yeah. Yeah.
happiness to them
Yeah.
through music. So yeah, I feel so happy and I feel so blessed that I can do that.
Hmm.
So for me, it's a beautiful journey. It is.
Amazing. I mean, that's so amazing. Also, like, speaking of concerts, how are
Yeah.
the Honey Singh concerts going?
Oh
And
my God, they're insane. They are
how fun are you
insane.
having?
You have to see the energy there and the
Okay.
audience responding incredibly. I just came back from Kolkata. We had the
Oh,
last show of
okay.
the Millionaire
Mhm.
tour.
Okay.
It
Yeah.
was insane. The audience was so good, so involved, was singing along with
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
Were beautiful. I loved it. I loved it. And they were so excited after every single song, they were like contributing to it. And that whole exchange, that's why
Okay.
I love
Yeah.
performing live, because
Mhm.
I love that whole exchange of the energy between us and the audience. And is that you meeting your audience, that you sing for. Actually, because to
Yeah.
do a song, to be in the studio, to release the song, that's also good. It's part of your journey as a musician.
Yeah.
But when you meet your audience and your audience sings along with you and speaks to you, that's the most beautiful thing, most
Yeah.
beautiful feeling in the world, you know?
Of course. Of course. But what do you love the most? Is it like behind the scenes song making, or is it like performing on stage for your fans?
Definitely performing on stage for the
Okay.
fans. Definitely.
Okay.
That's why, many times I add in my performances even super super famous songs that I know that people are enjoying.
Hmm. Hmm.
Because I want them to be happy. I want them
Yeah.
to leave from the concert and to say, "Oh my God, I feel so good. I feel so empowered with so much of good energy and love."
Yes.
I
Yes.
want that. I want that. So,
Yes.
yeah, definitely performing for the audience.
Mhm.
Of course, composing, being in the studio, jamming with the composers. It's a beautiful process as well.
Yeah.
It's the creative part of it, and it's magical in a way because out of nothing, something beautiful comes out of it. You
Hmm.
know,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
it's very interesting, and I think that's also connected to your internal process, right? And your internal development.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Absolutely.
yeah, that's more like
Hmm.
it's the interior process. And when you
Yeah.
go to perform for the audience, is the exterior process,
Yes. Yes. Yes.
happening. Yeah. So they need each other somehow. Yeah.
They do. Yeah. And which are your absolute favorite Bollywood songs? It can be from the past or from the present or your own songs for that matter.
I love the old tracks. I love
Okay.
the oldies but goldies. You know how they say, the evergreens. That's why I Lag Ja Gale is one of them that I really.
Yes.
It was one of my favorite songs ever that I heard
Hmm.
in
Hmm.
the Indian music from the Indian music.
Yeah.
Then there is also Raat Baaki that I recreated. It
Yes.
has a music video, and I had this amazing surprise. Actually, my manager one day messaged me and said, "Isn't this your voice?" And she sent me the trailer of Citadel,
Hmm.
Bad Bunny. Sorry, yeah, I think yeah,
Citadel. Yeah.
Citadel.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So she sent me that trailer and she said, "Isn't this your voice?" And I was like, "Yes, this is my recreation of the track." And they use it for the whole trailer. And I had no idea because obviously the rights were with
Okay.
Sargama. And
Okay.
I was like so happy. For me, honestly, that was an achievement because
Hmm.
then without even knowing who sang that song, they used it. And for me it was a
Yes.
big surprise and a big achievement in the same time.
Yes.
Yeah, I was very
Yes.
happy for this. Same when they used for the scene for Lag Ja Gale.
Yes.
That was a beautiful moment for me.
Hmm. Hmm.
It was not the scale that I usually sing, but they gave me that
Hmm.
reference, so I sing in that scale. Actually, yesterday in the day before in the show in Kolkata, I sang Lag Ja Gale. It was so beautiful because people joined, and they sang along with me, and that was a beautiful feeling. I loved it. Yeah.
I would actually want like ask you to sing, request you to sing Lag Ja Gale for us and for our audience if you can.
Of
Just
course,
two
of
lines.
course. My pleasure. My pleasure.
Yeah.
लग जा गले के पिए हसी रात हो ना हो शायद फिर इस जन्म में मुलाकात हो ना हो लग जा गले say
Thank you
yes.
so much. Oh my God.